In chapters 3 through 5 of Jeff Rice's Digital Detroit, he discusses such things as virtual spaces, virtual buildings, interface, aesthetics, and intervention of local, national, and worldwide areas. In urban areas, forgotten physical and cultural spaces become empty areas which can be filled with rhetorical concerns, issues, and cultural attitudes. What we think of as an empty space is a complete error in perception and should be considered a space in which we can hold rhetoric. Empty buildings are no longer a blank space, but is a space of interaction and in cultural discourse. Virtual buildings are the spaces in which we construct meaning. It is the movement of information through the structures and spaces that exist both physically and energetically. Buildings become an interface through which we have rhetorical interaction. The rooms, the features, all of the aspects of a building become a way in which we interact with information and with technology. Interface is something that is most concerned with the aesthetics of a place, whether that place is a web page or a physical location. How it is arranged, what it looks like, what we perceive of it becomes a rhetorical interface. Through the flow of information and the energetics of space, we are able to intervene locally, regionally, nationally, and worldwide. The personal data sphere and spatial grammar is based upon the idea that elements in our physical area become our own individual spaces. It becomes how we interact with our world. Layered networks is an idea that through multiple layers of information, we build meaning into spaces, whether virtual or physical. Media, news, blogs, information boards all become a layer that brings meaning to a space. The Michigan Central train station is one such space. Though no success has been made to physically repurpose the building, it itself has become a rhetorical object that helps allow discussion and interchange of ideas about the revitalization of Detroit. The city becomes something of a movement of digital space and transportation, linking together Detroit. The city of the automobile is becoming the city of discussion. Blog and digital identity are becoming a concern in that we are becoming defined by who we are on the web, who we are in our discussions in the electric and interchange media. This causes a sense of odd identity for people generally desire, especially in academia, for everything to be in alignment, for all things to work together. Yet the response to this is that people are much more complex, almost schizophrenic in their interests. And what we have then in these spaces, both virtual and physical, are convergences where we can bring all these disparate levels and previously unrelated topics together in one discussion, finding new meanings for what we had before. In this, we have typically borderlines. We have barriers and boundaries that need to be crossed. These boundaries are both physical and virtual, rhetorical in Detroit. And as a result, the use of the digital space breaks the boundaries, blurs the lines between the traditional space as defined and the reality of how it is used. What we end up doing is attempting to simplify our information, to simplify our definitions, to bring everything together into one usable interface where we can work upon our meanings and our rhetorical ideas. It is no longer about success and failure or good or bad. These digital spaces are now about the actual interactions, the movement of information, the change of ideas, and the juxtaposition of perceptions. Through our awareness of this, understanding that our digital information is also a meaning, a layer of information in physical reality, we now have the ability to bring in discussion from all over, both locally and globally. I created none of the imagery in this presentation and do not hold any copyright thereon. I thank all those sources from which I have pulled the visual aspects of this presentation. Thank you.